Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Ori. In this video, we will continue with Volume 15, Chapter 2, Unleashed Power, Part 2. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from the Tensura Light Novel. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The people left behind quickly began to move once Rimuru flew away. Benimaru assessed the situation on the battlefield and issued the necessary orders. At the same time, they issued orders through the communication network to the subordinates who remained in the city to quickly enter the emergency situation. Kufufufufu. Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? It's finally time for Lord Rimuru to demonstrate his full strength. Xian was speechless in the face of such a Diablo. Fool, it is wonderful, no matter what kind of Lord Rimuru it is. Instead of becoming excited and waiting for it to pass, what needs to be done now is to focus on crushing the opponent. They didn't deny that they could understand the shock of seeing Rimuru erupt in rage for the first time, but now was not the time to be concerned about it. The subordinates, like Benimaru and the others, are in charge of cleaning up the miscellaneous soldiers. It was even more of a supreme thrill for the demons who had been summoned, their features filled with joy and their strength soaring because now was the moment for them to come to their help. The demons' demeanor revealed how long they had been waiting for this summons with bated breath. That horrific force of devastation was going to be unleashed to its full extent as if to demonstrate Rimuru's rage. The order was simple: assassinate them all. This order instilled a sense of mission in the demons that received it. Wait for a second. Diablo's remark drew the entire crew to a halt in their tasks. Kufufufufu. Do you all understand? Lord Rimuru's sacred commandment is that none of you are allowed to die. That is to say, if any of you die, you would have committed a great sin that we, the subordinates, will not be able to atone for by offering our heads. The demons went silent when they heard Diablo declare so emphatically. Diablo is absolutely correct. Maybe you're all immortal, but that type of nonsense isn't effective. That is not an acceptable excuse for Lord Rimuru. All of the demons recognized their errors and changed their ways. As a result, it is vital to assign each person's responsibilities ahead of time. Could you possibly make the assignment, Sir Benimaru? What are you going to do with yourself? Please leave me out. There's a mouse I care about on the other side, I'll take care of it. So it is. Forget it. Do what you like. After all, Diablo was Rimuru's direct subordinate, and Benimaru lacked the authority to command or order them. This time, it was Diablo who approached Benimaru and asked for assistance so that he could deliver commands to the demons. Then you are free to act, Diablo. Moss gathers intelligence from the battlefield and relays it to the command. According to Lord Rimuru's wishes, we'll share it with the entire battlefield. Diablo and Moss also nodded without question. In truth, he had already dispersed the clones and was now using thought communication to communicate the knowledge to Rimuru and Benimaru. I'm not going to let you leave me. Of course, you'll have to use your war power. The airship's massive aura, which included 8 people in addition to Emperor Rudra, was thought to be difficult to cope with but not as bad as Lord Rimuru's chosen opponent. We should be able to find something out even if Diablo isn't here. There's also the issue of the battlefield. In a short period of time, more than 30,000 enemy reinforcements had gone to fight. I understand. As a result, it was a race against time. I've ordered Gabiru to keep stalling as long as he can, and we need to get the Emperor under our control before any sacrifices are made. Sue and Xian nodded in agreement after seeing Benimaru speak it so freely and fearlessly. Execute stalling tactics to perfection on the battlefield, then eliminate the most bothersome airships. As a result, Benimaru reasoned, it would prevent the city from being attacked. Benimaru was, of course, referring to the true nature of the 8 massive auras, the other bodies Velgrynd had left behind as insurance, and the single digits that had congregated on the airship. Lieutenant Kondou and Damrata, the Emperor's 4 horsemen, was among the latter, and Malcolm was the last. Benimaru's unique skill, Generalissimo, was able to detect them because no one was still shielding their aura. Geld has responded. He seemed to have completed his evolutionary awakening right now. Geld, the Barrier Lord, has reawakened, and his troops are going the same way. They'll be joining the urban defensive effort shortly. That's fantastic. Because Lord Geld is also active in the defense, it appears that the upper echelon demon knights will be able to be removed from the urban defensive effort. Are those guys also going to be under my command? If Venom doesn't move, they won't be able to move in a methodical manner. Allow them to decide what to do based on the circumstances. I've got it. All that remained was for Benimaru to begin acting with the certainty of victory, but there was one more thing he wanted to confirm. Do you think you guys can still fight? Testarossa and the girls were asked by Benimaru. Kufufufu. There is no need to inquire. There's no reason for any of my men to say no at this point. Diablo shifted his sight to the trio of demons. Diablo didn't put any pressure on the three of them, so they stood up as well. That's a stupid question. If Diablo can do it, why can't I? It's a little challenging, but we're fine with it. Because we enjoy fighting. I must not lose my temper again, even if it is in response to my lord's expectations. This is not the time to take a break. In this scenario, the same is true for their dependents. The demons were able to complete their evolution in a short amount of time. Waited for the long-awaited order while experiencing the greatest satisfaction. Testarossa, Ultima, and Carrera, as well as Diablo, evolved into true demon lords at this moment. Becoming a member of the world's most powerful lineup, a demon lord who is untouchable even in the eyes of the demon public. As a result, all of the members of the original 7 primordials were freed from all constraints and united as one creature who had reached the same realm. All of this is for Rimuru's benefit as he grows stronger. The devils bring evolution to a close. The entire demon crew expressed a desire to fight. All well, then. I'm looking forward to seeing you perform. Alright, Miss Testarossa. Is it okay if I assign you the job of sweeping up the trash? No problem. It's pretty simple. Wait, we'd like to do this as well. Is it simple for us to do as well? It doesn't matter who does it. The spaceship must remain. For us and Emperor Rudra, it will be a battleground. Kufufufu. Ultima, it was I who requested that Lord Benimaru assign the responsibilities. You are disobeying me if you disagree with this. Before you say anything, you should think about it. Diablo is currently in the best mood, which is fortunate for Ultima. Ultima would normally have been punished just for expressing the statement she did. Diablo just reprimanded her because he was in a good mood at the time. That's a pity, Che. This work, however, is not for us. Let us follow Mr. Benimaru's orders. It's on. Benimaru communicated the remaining members of their responsibilities with this announcement. First, Benimaru tasked Testarossa with eliminating the knights on the Emperor's flagship. He then proceeded to enumerate the names of those who took part in the raid. Xian, Sue, Ultima, and Carrera have all been recognized. Naturally, Benimaru was set to take part in the raid. For the most part, Emperor Rudra will remain unmoved. Even if he did act, it would be a simple case of crushing it. The true foe is Lord Velgryn's other body, on the airship, as well as the remaining 7 single digits. With that in mind, this side lacks the battle strength to deal with one person at a time. I'll deal with the 2 enemies. Wait, Xian. And, while you're correct, taking away these men's jobs isn't a smart idea. Benimaru's eyes were drawn to Veyron and the others, who were waiting for instructions with eager anticipation. Listen up, you can't afford to be careless. We'll assault with maximal fighting force, leaving only the essential numbers. And, of course, Her Excellency Testarossa, who cleaned up the trash, must join in. I can't ask for more. Let's leave 100 watchmen behind to prevent anyone from escaping from that flying ship. I'd like the remaining 500 upper demon knights to support the Gabiru line. However, who will be in command? In that situation, Xian is the better choice. He's been my old man for as long as Moss has been around, and he's a handyman. Xian, who was called by name, raised his head, his eyes moist as if he was pleased to be remembered by Testarossa. All well, then. Then you, Xian, walk over there right now. I understand. Xian leapt into action, leaving his 100 dependents and departing with the rest of the Black Legionnaires on the spot. Gabiru should be able to avoid being wiped out with these reinforcements. Testarossa immediately set off in the direction of the prey after giving the order to his troops. They then flew into the sky, followed by Benimaru. The rest of the group was not to be outdone. The other demons scattered as well, and the encirclement of the Emperor's flagship was accomplished in the blink of an eye. The battle in the sky was about to start.